This come with lessons, this come with losses, this come with blessings. We turn to bosses, ain't no need to second guess it. My people flossing on them, we gon' get them checked. My brother off of me, don't lead to disrespect, cause that'll cost me and I mean it.
Back in 1986 on my last sack, that threw my feet in the ditch. I'm trying to get paid, I'm trying to get rich. I'ma tell you how I hustle, but I ain't no fucking snitch. I can get it, cause in your hood I'm out of place.
Another $2. Why do you drive?
Yo, definitely like whatever Lush has been on the last few weeks. I want to go back and watch. I want to watch some of Flacco. I'll probably watch like similar to like how we are now, like a point and shoot or a big chat small world reacting to Flacco. And I want to watch the Suspect and Brandon thing. Those are definitely big ones because they're more current. They're you know what I'm saying, entertaining as well. So.
Least reliable car ever. Hey, that was not my car, and I was not driving.
Alright, it's starting to look like Lush is about to take the hot seat this week, because apparently he said nigga.
Shut the fuck up, it's your heart.
And would you look at that, that is just interesting. You know, the two white people in the room think it's funny. That nigga's hilarious. Lush said the N-word. Let's see what the black guys look like.
Shut the fuck up, it's your heart.
Hey, yo, that is so funny to me. I'm not like shocked because like I grew up and live in areas where like everybody says it, and like obviously you know when somebody being malicious in that way. I'm mixed. I'm black and Puerto Rican. I grew up black. You feel me? I understand like very little Spanish and speak very little. Like I could sound like I know Spanish, but I'm not like fucking having full blown conversations. But I get a kick out of that. You feel me? Like I would never be like the line presser for that specifically. I've had like racial encounters being younger, growing up type shit. But that is funny, bro. Like again, I grew up around like a lot of people saying it. I'm cool as long as like I know it's not a malicious thing, and usually you know based on the tone and context.
And would you look at that, not a laugh, not a smile in sight. Let's hear.
It's typically not funny either. Like I think it's funny because like, you know what I'm saying, it's like the shock factor. You feel me? Like if you around a person and they saying like, yeah, I try not to use that word, you feel me? Yo, I have used it, you know what I'm saying, but that ain't me, you know. And then you hear them say it so confidently and comfortably, you're like, didn't you say? Yo, gotcha. Oh shit, that is comedy, dog.
What they had to say about this.
Where you at right here?
At my crib.
You with some white boys?
2 Mexicans and 2 blacks.
They on his ass. Look, he got his foot kicked up. He's like, man, I don't have to explain myself for this shit. I was with the homies.
Call the nigga, the black?
No, I called I said it to the Mexican.
When the black niggas didn't say anything?
No. All my partners.
These be the black people that Lush be.
Hey! Oh. Oh, man. Oh. That was funny. But that too, like, if the niggas that you around ain't pressing the line on you, bro, don't expect for somebody else to come in and be like, oh, they ain't say nothing, but I'm with it. You feel me? Like, nah. If you got away with it around the niggas that you with, then you got away with it. You feel me? But don't act like, you know what I'm saying, like, there's not a place where, you know what I'm saying, somebody will get at you for doing that. So just understand what you're doing.
It was some white boys?
2 Mexicans and 2 blacks.
Oh, you was calling the nigga, the black?
No, I called the Mexican. I said it to the Mexican.
And the black niggas didn't say nothing?
No. It's all my partners.
These be the black people that Lush be talking about.
This nigga's young Usher cheating the whole This nigga's live, bro. Like, fool.
My friend said I asked him multiple times.
That's funny.
And the black niggas didn't say nothing?
No. It's all my partners.
Black niggas ain't a DP.
Man, come to Long Beach, it's like Asians calling each other the N-word every other word.
And the Asians seem like they can get away with it a lot better than Lush being a white man. White people are uniquely not given an N-word pass. Spanish people get away with it. Asian people get away with it.
Was that like an Illuminati, like, signal there?
Long Beach, it's like Asians calling each other the N-word every other word.
And the Asians seem like they...
The steeple gesture is made by pressing the fingertips of both hands together, spreading them and arching the hands to form a church steeple shape. It's commonly used to convey confidence, authority, especially by people in leadership roles, the higher steeple. It says commonly, right? So, like, it's not saying that, like,
The way
so, like, you would do this in a way, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like this is more so like you know how, like, when you're just standing sometimes and you're just sitting and having conversations and, like, you don't really know what to do with your hands, so you do, like, certain things, like, you might be rubbing, and it could be an anxiety kind of thing too, you know what I'm saying? But there's not, like, one specific reason for somebody to make that hand gesture, you feel me? Like, I low-key thought, like, they were trying to signal some kind of, like, Illuminati, like, thing, because that's always the thing. But yeah, low-key, I mess with Brandon too. Like, I low-key fuck with a lot of everybody, you feel me, for specific things, you feel me? Like, obviously, I don't always agree with every single thing that's going on, but I'm a neutral party in that I don't know anybody personally, so, like, I don't have any personal gripes towards a person that we're watching at this time, right? But yeah, I had to say that because, like, he's saying, who does this motherfucker think he is? And it's like, these are, like, very common things. And it's like, to identify it as, like, somebody that is in a higher leadership role or authority figure, like, I don't see it that way. But again, everybody's their own mind and person.
a lot better than Lush being a white man. White people are uniquely not given an N-word pass. Spanish people get away with it. Asian people get away with it. Filipinos, the Tongans. Everybody's saying the N-word besides white people. And even
That's a lie. That is a lie, Adam. Everybody's saying it, including whites. And I don't know, like, again, like, it's become too normalized to even backtrack it to say, like, yo, nobody should say this anymore. And it's like, bro, it's like fucking in the dictionary at this point, like, you feel me? And it literally is, you feel me? But, like, it's like saying the at this point, you feel me? Like, and it's a cultural thing too. Like, I do find it strange if it's being done amongst a group of people that aren't black, you feel me? If they're just calling each my nigga, my nigga, my nigga, my nigga, you feel me? And it's like a room full of white people and there's no blacks present, or it's a room full of Asians and there's no black present, I do find it like, you got black friends at least, you feel me? I feel like it's an identifier of like, it's a way to identify like a person's, you feel me, I'm saying that word wrong. I'm not going to use that word because I'm saying it wrong. But I feel like it's a way to identify a person's like social background. You feel me? Like, you can tell by the way somebody talks, the way somebody is and acts, who they function around. You feel me?
People say
That Crips and Bloods, though, they're part of our culture.
So we're gonna be totally arbitrary. Asians and Samoans and Tongans could say the N-word with impunity. This guy says it with not with hard ER, with the G at the end, and we're gonna come down on him like, pick a struggle, bro. Like,
Nobody's supposed to be saying it, period.
I agree with that, right? And again, I don't think like anybody should like say it if that's the case. You feel me? But I agree with that. Like, don't be selective in what you're doing and how you choose to address shit. But that's another reason why I fuck with Brandon, because he gives an unbiased perspective to certain topics. He's like super like I don't want to say black power, because he does criticize like the black community and African American culture. They say he's like Pan-African, which I don't follow much of, so I don't all the way have an understanding for what even a Pan-African is. But he speaks to the foundational black American culture. You feel me? So he does have certain tics, but I do appreciate his approach to certain things.
we shouldn't even be saying it.
Black people don't even be saying the word. That I don't even know. It's in my vocabulary heavy, but I don't think white boys should be saying it based on
history.
This game, you're not ready for it.
What is the...
Just saying, I will not be purchasing the YouTube premium for no ads or whatever. The ads are gonna play. But that's another reason why, you feel me, I'll make clips and do X, Y, and Z. But yeah, I don't even agree with the fact that nobody should be saying it. Like, it's a cultural thing. Like, it's like how they say I didn't even know I could do that. That's that new computer. That's that 2025 Mac. You feel me? Hello. But it's like let's use food for example, right? Like how they always say like, oh, white people don't season their food, or blacks love fried chicken. You feel me? Like, just because we're known for eating fried chicken and watermelon or whatever those certain things are, doesn't mean that other cultures don't enjoy it too, or don't know how to cook it. You feel me? Like, Asians probably make the best fried chicken. I remember going to, or Chinese or Asian, you feel me? They probably make the best fried chicken. You feel me? I remember going to Chinese food places, and like the go-to meal was chicken wings. You feel me? Like, and don't nobody make them like the Asians do. You feel me? So like, that's how I see that. Like, bro, like, just because it's a problem for other people, like, bro, like, that don't mean that like we gotta stop saying it too. Like, nah, that don't make sense. You feel me? Like, clearly there's some history behind why people feel that way, but like, that's just not a realistic approach to that specific topic. But we'll keep on going because we about halfway done now.
N-word, also known as Nick by Big Chat. Okay, we're gonna start off with the Slavs. Now, they were a huge part of Europe, as you can see below. And if you didn't know, they weren't the first slaves, but at the time they were the ones most associated with medieval Europe. And that's literally where the word slave comes from. They were getting captured in wars and sold off all over Europe and the Middle East. But over time, a lot of Slavs became Christian, and the church was like, yo.
I'm interested in this because I don't follow history that much, so I'm gonna learn a little bit here.
You can't enslave other Christians. So Europe started looking somewhere else for people they could take. They had already been dealing with North Africans, but the North African empires were too powerful. They had armies, cities, all that. Europeans weren't trying to mess with them like that. So they started heading further down the coast to West Africa, where the kingdoms were more spread out and didn't have many big armies on the coast. At first, the Portuguese straight up kidnapped people. They didn't come asking. But after that, they came back with goods to trade, and some African leaders started offering people they had captured in wars. So they were pretty much prisoners, and they exchanged them for stuff like guns, horses, and clothes. So it wasn't like Africans just willingly...
You can see why I'm not a follower of history and all that shit. I'm already like, alright, get to the other shit. I'm interested, and I'm not gonna skip it because I do want to get an understanding, but I'm like, bruh, get to the entertaining part.
Started giving people away for no reason. It was about power and survival, but it snowballed into something way bigger and darker than anyone expected. So once Europeans started trading slaves in West Africa, they realized they could use that labor to build up their colonies in the Americas, like in the Caribbean, Brazil, and later the US. That's when the transatlantic slave trade really took off. They were snatching or buying millions of Africans and shipping them across the ocean in brutal conditions. This is where it gets wild, because about 1 in 5 died just on the way there. Like, they didn't even make it to the plantations. They died on the ship. Once they got to the Americas, the slavery there was way worse than what existed before.
Censorship is funny because, like, they just got whole titties out right now. In a picture.
It was racial, it was for life, and it was past.
That was super insensitive because of the topic, obviously, but like, I just can't like ignore it for some reason. Also, yeah, like, I'm very much articulate in that. Obviously, I'm no fool, you feel me? But like, history definitely wasn't my thing in school. And some things, you feel me? Like, it took me to get older to take the initiative and researching certain things and looking into certain things just for my own personal, you know what I'm saying, interests. So in school I was definitely not a history person. I like to read and like write, and like vocabulary stuff was like my thing for sure.
Onto your kids, people were treated like livestock, branded, beaten, and stripped of everything: name, culture, language.
But I do think this is wild, like, you know what I'm saying, like, for, like, I'm a people person, like, in that, like, again, I'm not the most sociable, but like, I like good people and people treating people good, you feel me? Like, I have a good time watching people have a good time, you feel me? Like, I don't have to always be the center of attention type shit. I don't usually want to be the center of attention, but yeah, I usually like to watch people have a good time, so I sympathize with this for sure.
This is considered the worst slave trade in human history because of the massive scale, the level of cruelty, and the fact that it literally built the economies of the US, Brazil, the Caribbean, and Europe. So yeah, in Europe, black people were enslaved too, but not on the same level as the Americas. In the Americas, slavery became industrial, racial, and permanent, and that's where the roots of the N-word really started showing up. So where did the N-word come from? It comes from the word Negro, which just means black in Spanish and Portuguese. Back when the slave trade was booming, Europeans called Africans Negroes because of their skin color. It was just a descriptive word at first. But once those Africans were turned into property, the word stuck to their status, not just their color. It slowly got twisted in the mouths of English speakers. Negro became Negra, and then, you know.
Here's how I got my team to use Monday Sales CRM and actually like it. Let me start by saying,
Nick, And by the time it hit the plantations in the U.S.,
See how even like when you censor it, it still sounds terrible. Like you know what he said.
no longer just a word for skin tone. It meant slave, less than human, property, know your place. It became a weapon tied to the entire system of violence, rape, torture, and dehumanization that black people were trapped in for centuries. That's why the N-word hits harder than probably any other word in the English dictionary. For other races, it's just a word. For black people, it's a summary of 400 years of hell.
So here's the thing. It's something that I hate that I say, and
I don't believe that. Like, dude, I like the fact that, like, you know what I'm saying, if you're able to be like, yo, bro, like, this is how I grew up, this is what I'm used to, you know what I'm saying, I understand that, you know what I'm saying, socially, being a public figure, you feel me, like, it probably won't be received well, but, like, to pretend and say, like, this is something that I hate that I say, like, you don't have to, you feel me, kiss ass, you feel me, like, be you feel me, be the real you, don't backtrack.
Shut your ass up.
let me
little man.
let me get this off.
He hates it. Do you really hate it though?
No, it's something that I've tried to remove from my vocabulary and have been pretty successful with.
Munchie. This is Munchie B. Look at his foot, like, going to town. He is frustrated with this shit. Hey.
Moments where it comes out, and it's normal when I'm with my partners, and I understand. Like I've spoken on this several times. It's not the first clip of me saying that. You feel me? Back in the day, one time I was out and in public, and I saw the reaction when I said that for like older black people, and I don't want to like bring back trauma and pain based on my words for black people. That's the last thing I want to do, bro. Like. But
Adam looked like he was on wild drugs at one point and just got clean, and he got like this 100-yard stare.
When I'm with the homies, sometimes I slip out because that's just the way that I've always communicated since I was like 12, 13.
I'm watching him as Lush is talking, and he just looks like super spaced out, and he also looks super frustrated. Like the conversation is he's not interested at all.
So like
That seemed like a very sincere apology, Lush, and it's great that you're cognizant of your words and how powerful your words can be, especially as a white man. And I
do appreciate the fact that like he gave like a sympathetic response to, you feel me, like saying that, but like I wouldn't say it was genuine, and that, like, not to say that, like, he's maliciously saying it and he's gonna keep on saying it and he don't give a fuck or nothing like that, but more so, like, I don't think that's realistic, like, bruh. But I've also heard him speak on it in a different context to say, like, yo, bro, this is the type of people I grew up around, like, it's like I'm not racist, I got black friends type of thing, you feel me, like, not to say that he's racist, but it's like, bro, like, this is a part of your vocabulary, you feel me? Like, you don't have to pretend for nothing.
how tough it probably has to be for you. I mean, knowing that your boss also has a history of saying nigga.
Courses is all my niggas pop Zans, all my niggas pop Zans, all my niggas pop Zans unemployed. I'm like, that doesn't sound cool at all.
What do you mean? That just sounded kind of hard, actually. Hold on, let me try to make a song out that.
All my niggas pop Zans unemployed. All my niggas pop Zans, all my niggas pop Zans, all my niggas pop Zans unemployed.
Damn, call your hoes grass till we pass your bitches. I be really in the field with them snakes in the line. I see you in the field with the master of niggas. I should call you niggas dead because I'm lying. Damn, almighty by this hell star behind target. Full black bullet hat, white like some dog shit. Yeah, I talk shit, but like damn, I talk shit. And my blick.
Yo, this is why I fuck with Big Chat Small World. He's doing it more like, I was only familiar with like one or two of the songs that he would do, you know what I'm saying, in his videos. But this is hilarious.
Red clip like a dog dick. Almighty Malcolm in the middle of the mall. No jumping mad cause I didn't want to call.
Pop Zans unemployed. All my niggas pop Zans unemployed. All my niggas pop Zans. All my niggas pop Zans. All my niggas pop Zans unemployed. All my niggas pop Zans unemployed. All my niggas pop Zans unemployed. All my niggas pop Zans. All my niggas pop Zans. All my niggas pop Zans unemployed.
The fact that that's Adam is sick.
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce store.
Thanks for watching.